Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
Thanks. Good.
Well, thank you for coming in today. Can you tell me a little bit about why you're here?
Yeah, so I am currently separated. I married my current spouse about 3 years ago, and we're just having a lot of problems. He has 2 daughters, and I have a son, and it's just not working. So,
You said current spouse. Have you been married before?
yeah. I have been married twice before. I've always been in a relationship, and so being separated right now, it's been really hard, and don't know what to do.
And what do you think has been some of the causes of this separation?
I think lack of communication, maybe some anger and bitterness, I think we've both been in different relationships, so we kind of bring a lot of baggage to the relationship. And work has been stressful for us both. And it's just been, I get really anxious and depressed when I'm at work and when I'm at home. And the kids are always fighting, so.
So, if you had to kind of rate what the top stressor is right now, and then second and third, what would you say are the biggest things?
I would say the top stressor would be that the marriage is not working, and the second stressor would be that the kids are fighting, and the third would be probably work, just adding to everything.
How long have you and your spouse been separated?
About 6 months, so it's been a little while. And I want to continue the relationship, and he's kind of iffy.
Okay, so you have talked about where you both feel like you are in the separation. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think it's good that you came and are wanting to talk this through. So you said that this whole situation has made you feel depressed. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, whenever I come home, I'm just depressed that I don't get to come home and lay on the couch with him or go to bed with him, and it's just been hard. And I'm on medication, and then when I'm not sad that he's not around, or I'm anxious, I'm worried what the future will look like or how it'll work out. So just don't know.
Do you think those stressors played into your having more stress at work? Do they kind of distract you at work, or do you think you already had those work stressors before?
I probably had work stressors before, but the relationship failing has definitely added to it. Now it's like a cycle.
Okay.
Work makes me stressed and home makes me stressed.
What are some things you would like to get out of our counseling sessions?
I guess I would like to learn some tools on how to manage my emotions better, dealing with the relationship, and maybe how to deal with conflict in general better. Let's see what your opinion on meds was, and those are probably my top 3.
Okay. Well, we can hit some of those today. As far as meds, I am not the expert on that. I would talk to your psychiatrist about that. If you don't feel like they're working or the right dosage or whatever, definitely talk to them about maybe changing that or fixing that, because I think that could be a big help to you if you get the right medication that you need. What were some of the other things?
The first one was just how to deal with the stress and conflict of work and the failing relationship.
One thing that I can think of that I've seen be helpful with clients in the past is journaling and really paying attention to your thoughts when you're stressed or the causes of the stress. Do you think that would be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think that's, Is there a time, at night or whenever works?
Yeah, I would say that whenever possible, whenever you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed, or you've just been in a fight with your spouse, anytime that you're really feeling that emotion, to go ahead and write down how you're feeling, write down why you think you're feeling that way, and then you can bring that back and we can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, I like that idea. That's a good
session. So how is your relationship with your spouse before you started fighting, or have you always been?
We had a pretty good relationship. I think we both carry, like I said, baggage from other relationships, and so, but we tried to really make it was different. We both were trying hard, and I think maybe it was kind of like a tiny little fights grew into bigger fights. Mm-hmm. So,
would you say now that you're both aren't trying, or?
I would say that we're both probably tired. I think it's salvageable, but
it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah, but definitely on both of our parts.
How do the kids play into this? You said they fight a lot. Do you think that has been a big reason why you're separating or fighting?
Yeah, that's been a really big stressor. His daughters are very, I have no idea. So yeah, the parenting styles are really different, and my son does not act out like the girls do. And so that's been a big adjustment of how to kind of co-parent, I guess, to kids that aren't my own.
Mm-hmm. That's hard.
Yeah.
And I commend you for doing that and wanting to step into that role of being a mentor to them. What ways are your parenting styles different?
I would say he's more go with the flow, like, whatever, it'll be fine, and I'm obviously more anxious and more strict about bedtime curfews, and the girls come in whenever, and so there's kind of this difference of like, well, she lets me do this, but he doesn't let me do that, so that's just been hard on the kids.
Do you think part of that difference is why you might have a strained relationship with his daughters, if they see you as being more strict and enforcing than they're used to?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, they probably don't like that. Yeah.
Do you think there's ways that you and your husband both could talk about compromising on your parenting style so that it brings the kids together instead of saying, well, mom lets us do this, but stepdad doesn't let us, or whatever?
That's a good idea. Maybe like a family meeting.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah. One of the things you had talked about was journaling. Is there like a good time that you recommend, like before bed or when I get up in the morning?
Yeah, I would just say whenever you're feeling those emotions of depression or anxiety or frustration with your family, those are good times to sit down, write in your journal what you're feeling and what caused that feeling, and your thoughts surrounding those feelings. I think that's a good time to do that, and that's a good question.
Can we go over those like next week?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, definitely. If you want to bring those in our next session, we can talk about them and see if we can set some new goals from there.
Okay, that's good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for meeting.
Yeah, thanks.